Yo, YouTube, what's good with y'all? What's going on? Dub wants to fight me. Alright, we're gonna get off of this stuff. We have FDH back with another video. I really want to watch the Cooking with Kai situation, but I don't want to at the same time. I did a reaction video to it, but I didn't upload it. But let's jump up into this one.
As a lot of you may know, young Dabo is the face of being chopped.
Damn. Dabo tries to give chat the chopped look. New superpower. Yo. And then to be honest with you, bro, I'm gonna be so real. If Dabo get dreads, like long dreads, get them in a 2-strand twist, get tatted up, and then get some chains, like walk around with some Moissanite diamonds and stuff, get himself a little wristwatch and all that stuff, walk around with drip, I swear on everything, he ain't gonna be chopped in. Y'all gonna be right there. Them females gonna be right there. Yo, Dabo's so fine. So this and that, because he got all that ice on. He walking with money. But it's just because Dabo, you know, he humiliates himself. And that's what he chooses to do. Let him get some grills. Let him go ahead, use some Proactive or whatever, and then get some dreads or get some waves. Start smoking weed, all that. I promise y'all, bro, he will not be chopped. Literally, that's just fine shit today to females. It's just be tatted up, have some Moissanite diamonds, have that ice on, have some tats, and smoke weed. That's it. The hairstyle is whatever. Get the eyebrow slits too for maximum damage. That boy Dabo trolling, bro.
Dude, that joke is played out. Talk about something new. Okay, fine. But joke's on you. I wasn't going to talk about how the internet calls Dabo chopped. There's actually something else. So if you remember in my Art of Humiliating Yourself for Views video, I brought up how Dabo leaning into the chop jokes not only affects him, but it also affects how people treat his girlfriend. Well, that's his ex now. And
that nigga got
also
a toxic. I ain't gonna lie, gang. You see how these streamers, it don't matter what. They get girlfriends, they get this, they get that. Now, I ain't gonna lie, she might have been a disloyal, you know what, but I don't wish that shit on nobody, bruh. I don't wish that on nobody. Like, having a female you can't control, you can't talk to, and then you actually trying to build something with, but just because y'all might have been through a couple toxic arguments and stuff like that, like, now it's really just over. And she don't listen to you, she don't respect you. I don't like shit like that.
Couple, and it's kind of insane how we can watch someone go through a toxic relationship every step of the way. I definitely feel bad for both of them, Dabo and Aya, because I've been in my own toxic relationship, and if you guys had to watch me go through that, I probably wouldn't even show my face online. Shout out to my friends though, they watched that and it wasn't pretty. But I say all this to say it's very bad. We as an audience should not be witnessing teenagers in these vulnerable moments of their life. Nobody should be seeing people grapple with young love live. It's pretty dystopian in a sense.
I'm gonna steal this image art from you, bro. I don't know what anime
like I'm Socrates. Let's start. So yesterday was streamer prom, and it was hosted by Funny Mike. It was a way for streamers to go and dance and enjoy themselves. And honestly, I mess with this idea entirely. Coming from someone who has been to both homecoming and prom, both my junior and senior year, and I think my freshman and sophomore year. Well, that was just homecoming, but you get what I mean. It was great though. Being able to tap back into that headspace, that high school mindset, even though all these streamers are past that time in their life, is just so nice. It's beautiful. So I can't help but appreciate the fact that Funny Mike did that.
In other words, bro, it's supposed to be
good vibes all night. It was supposed to be, until Dabo and his ex-shorty Aya couldn't keep it cordial. But before I actually get into the current situation, let me give you guys some context. So back in Streamer University, Dabo and Aya were having a lot of problems, and it was also live streamed for everyone to see. But one of the biggest issues was that Aya called this dude ugly and was apparently, according to Dabo, not trying to walk around holding his hand. And if you're not tapped,
that's that Travis Hunter situation shit, like, you know. And that's the things that it be over at that point in time, bro. Like, you could really try so hard to love a female, and you trying to keep the spark going, you trying to be intimate, like, yo, hold my hand, like, let me kiss you, and then she just, no, bro. At that point in time, kid, I hope none of y'all gotta go through no shit like that, because I know what it do to me, bro. That shit make me feel disconnected, starved, and deprived. And that be, for real, the only thing that a female could really give to you outside of just some money and intimacy. Like, dog.
Then if a person is trying to dodge being around you on camera, that means they don't mess with you.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Now, like,
They don't rock with you, bro.
Like, do you really think I give a like I've been told you, niggas, since I've been told you ever since you said that you didn't want to be in this room, you could have got the out. You know what I mean? You chose to stay in here, so you lay your bed here, you're gonna stay there, alright? You've been so rude to me. When we walking around campus, you not holding my hand. And whenever we in class, we not holding my hand. But then after that, when we off camera, and after that, when we not on camera, and after that, you on my shit, want to start acting, show me affection. But when we in public around other niggas, you want to show me affection.
Yeah, nah, he ain't.
Well, my
It's my bad. Talk. He's speaking some real, bro. If she don't want to be seen with you, but like off the cam, she out here doing this and like it ain't nothing wrong with the low key stuff, but still, bro, it's certain things, bro, that like it speaks volume. And once again, and I apologize for having to keep on bringing up that little that interaction between Travis Hunter and his wife Lena or whatnot, but remember, they on the dance floor. He's trying to kiss her. No. And then she's gonna like, nah, bro. Nah.
ugly ass. I'm ugly. I'm ugly.
And then it's to the point where she's like, yeah, you ugly. This
You don't
I don't like you.
And
but
honestly,
I'm
I
still
do feel a
messing
little bad for Dabo here. I think sometimes they be clip farming or whatever and joking for the camera, which is a problem in and of itself because nobody should see you exuding negativity about your partner because
bro.
I've said it before, it makes people comfortable with that and they
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like how bro is saying, bro, if your girlfriend got homegirls that's hoes or just homegirls that don't like you, it's over, bro. Cause one thing about dudes, and I feel like unless that girl is really bad for you, and like they really about done hearing this shit, they'll tell you like, yeah, you know what you gotta do, gang. You gotta, what's up with this dime? Like, just cut her off, whatever this and that. But at the end of the day, if you don't cut her off, like niggas gonna hear about it, be like, damn, bro, that shit crazy. Like you know, bro, you supposed to do this, you supposed to do that. Like, come on, bro, like just you better than that. But females, I feel like females, they will tell yo damn, especially if like you actually do become unattractive and like you become desperate, like texting her like, yo, like come on, like this and that, or you did a bad performance. Maybe you went out and your car declined, like something embarrassing happened, bro. They gonna be like this with that shit every chance they get. They gonna talk about it. It's gonna be their jokes. It's gonna be everything, and they gonna nitpick it to the point where all it's gonna take is for her to start building that resentment and that feeling like, why am I really with this nigga for real? And that's it. It's over with, bro. Like it's just a toxic cycle, and she gonna keep on coming to you because maybe you the guy who's paying for things, or maybe you're the guy who's helping her with this, or I don't know, man. Toxicity, bro, because nobody's moving in love and everybody just listening to people who they not fighting for it because they not in it.
will inevitably start disrespecting you. That inevitably leads you down the path to them treating you the same way you're treating your partner. However, I think this was real because nobody jokingly calls their partner ugly or actively avoids being seen with them in public. And once again, this is being broadcasted for the world to see. And that's not right. It's the equivalent to having your dirty laundry aired. And part of it is Dabo's fault because when you make it as a streamer, you're incentivized to broadcast your pain. So that's why we see this. But after that, Dabo sought out the guidance of India Love, which is interesting because I don't really think she's qualified, but it was a wholesome moment. She also gave guidance to Aya too, but I think the key takeaway here is that Dabo called Aya a succubus.
Not toxic, she's a succubus.
So with that being said, going into what
that'd be true for real, bro. That'd be true. I know I'm pausing so much. I'm sorry, y'all, but y'all gotta vent with me. Y'all gotta feel this my heart with me. It be true, bro. Cause I bet you know what Ava is gonna be like. She gonna be like, I'm Ava, I'm fine. I could go get any nigga I want. Like all these niggas want me. I can do this. Like that's literally, bro. When they start talking like that, bro, it's over. It's over. You could try as hard as you want to, bro. It's over. That's it. It's just over. Cause they lost the respect from you. It's no more respect. Once she is okay disrespecting you and stuff like that, bro. Like how they be saying, bro, it's up. Cause now, like the shit she really finna do. I'm not talking about like not no just like, hey, I'm calling you ugly and I don't want to be spotted with you and this and that. Like she really finna try you, bro. She finna go out to the club, start dancing on bro, posting this shit up on her stories. Then you confront her. Now you weird. Now you this. Now you that. Now you sassy because you talking about, hey, what you doing? Hey, why you not checking up with me? Hey, why you moving so weird? Why you won't share your location? Why you won't do this? Why you turning off your location? It's literally the end. Literally the end. And that shit'll make you lose your mind, bro. You have to let it go, kid. They don't, and once it get to that point too, cause like I said, they probably got the dude already, or they already talking to niggas, or they talking to their homegirls that's gassing them on that type of stuff. They don't care nothing about you. They here to take, and they don't care shit about you at all. They'll get up and do a little song and dance every now and then to keep you going, but they don't give a fuck about you. You bring up problems, now instead of them, okay, I hear this, now they defensive all the time. Now everything is your fault. Now this, yo.
What I'm about to show you guys, the relationship is done. Well, maybe not done because they're on and off, but they're in a rough spot, especially after Streamer University. And now that takes us to Streamer Prom, where Aya and Dabo got into an altercation. Now the clip doesn't show all of the context, but I'll let y'all see. And make sure you listen very closely. The audio is terrible.
I'm gonna let them know. And now is not the time, bro. That's another thing. When females be on go, and this could happen to dudes too. Like she out there partying, doing that shit I'm talking about at the function. So you go pull up to go blast her spot or whatnot. Be like, yo, like break that shit. Sometimes, kid, it's just not the time and the place, bro. Even if they did say something crazy, it's not the time and the place.
She gonna throw that shit? She gonna throw the water at him?
There it is. I don't care. The fuck? You talking rude, you talking disrespectful, this and that.
She didn't even get you.
If you listen to what Aya says, she said she was gonna slap Dabo, and that the reason she's doing this is because he was basically talking some mess. Obviously, it's easier said than done to be cordial, especially around an ex, but this is a big event, and niggas gotta keep it classy. She ended up throwing Sprite.
And you see how it is, because if Dabo would have then spit on her or some other thing, Dabo wrong. The internet would have been like, nah, bro, Ava is such an angel, and he influenced her. He got her riled up. You ain't need to throw your drink on him, and you ain't even need to confront him. This is supposed to be Streamer Prom. That's why that cordial shit, bro.
Or water. I'm pretty sure Sprite though, which is crazy, and walked away. Now, if this was all that happened, this video wouldn't even be a thing. But clearly, it's not. Had she just walked away, it would have been cool. Yeah, the water / Sprite is crazy, but it's gonna dry when you're out there dancing. However, there's another clip of Aya walking up to Dabo, and then another little back and forth initiates.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Don't talk to my man.
Why is she following me?
I got some bitches that really
I got some bitches that'll really get you.
Man, he got you.
Truth be told, I can hardly hear what's being said at the start of the clip. The thing that stood out to me though is that Dabo said he'd have a female friend basically come and put the hands on Aya. That's pretty crazy, I ain't gonna lie. Personally, I wouldn't take that disrespect. Nah, I'm just joking. But number one, bro, stuff never be that serious.
It really
are
don't
literally
be.
there to enjoy themselves. And number two, bro, that's your ex. How are you gonna move on when you're putting yourself in that headspace? Not saying Dabo's innocent, because he's definitely not. And I'm gonna briefly touch on it a little later. But it's bad energy and it's a bad frequency to be living on. And also, apparently, she was talking about his friend, which provoked it. But once again, not that I can really hear. It's pretty bad audio, and even if that was the case, bro, walk away. Boy, slow down, literally. Or girl, slow down in this scenario. Even if she talk and mess about the friend, that's clearly hurt and she's tripping, so you just walk away. Aya would again end up throwing some Sprite all over Dabo. This time, the altercation was a little bigger.
And now she finna go back and do it again. Now she getting another drink to throw it at him. And then there it is, the I don't care, the this and that. Yo, y'all break that up, bro. Y'all break that up. Y'all break that up. Stop coming in my face, stop this, stop that. If you don't care, then why don't you leave? Why don't you leave? I ain't gonna lie, the way I was showing her, she walked up
this
to
is
him
Dabo's
twice,
fault, considering he did low-key provoke her by saying she still rode him, which was probably embarrassing. I don't think anyone should throw anything they've done with previous partners back in that same person's face after the relationship ends. In Dabo's defense though, Aya did call him ugly before, which he confirmed in a separate clip where he was talking with Silky. To me though, it really is just a maturity thing. These are teenagers, so you can't expect the optimal reaction in an emotional environment. That's another reason why we shouldn't even be seeing this shit. And that goes for me too. I'm 18 myself. Even though I've definitely grown and matured from that relationship I was in, back then I would definitely be prone to having incidents like this. I've had screaming matches on the school grounds, so I get it. And it's clear at the end of the clip, they're both the issue, hence why it's a back and forth thing. It's a 1+2 altercation. But Aya did end up addressing her side on stream, so let's talk about that.
You gotta stand on business, you ain't slapping, because you know damn well I wasn't gonna slap him. Like, just because I said that don't mean I'm gonna do it. Like, I was just mad in the moment. But obviously I wasn't gonna do that. But I would slap him one-on-one though. I'll slap him one-on-one, but I wouldn't slap him in front of others. I feel like, nah, that's crazy.
Okay, so outside of her saying she slapped him privately, which is pretty crazy, her
yeah,
saying
but
that
the
it was
drink's
just an
not
emotional
crazy.
reaction, I understand it to an extent. You have this super publicized toxic relationship and you're going back and forth. You're losing your mind, okay? Fair enough. Dumb as hell to say it, but I get it. Aya also did end up apologizing for how everything went and actually explained where she was coming from.
Yeah, I'm sorry for getting my feelings. Like, my feelings, like, bro, one thing about me is if I feel a certain way, like, if you get me mad and you get me to that point, you don't want to get me there, bro. You just don't. Like, if
that's
I feel
literally every female
especially
ever.
in front of other people, that's gonna make me go crazy. So I had to do that. But honestly, I'm sorry. Sorry.
But I respect that you own up to it.
Because you just embarrassed me in front of everybody.
Now, in my opinion, I really don't like people that say, when I'm angry, I see red, which is what that was giving. Control your emotions, that's goofy as hell. But still, I get it. She clearly felt embarrassed because, I said it before, you really shouldn't throw that back at someone. If you sleep with someone, leave it there. Especially if y'all break up. Throwing that back is goofy. I'm not gonna lie. So with that being said, I guess I'll share my opinion on this as a whole. I think I and Dabo just gotta avoid each other like the plague. Nobody should be seeing their toxic relationship. I get it's content, but is it healthy? No. It's bad for the mental because when all of this is said and done, they're gonna both have to revisit these events in their mind and cope with how everything played out. I can attest to this. You will come back to this. They are quite literally living and thriving in negativity, and that's not a long-term way of life. Both of them are toxic. Not just Aya, despite what the title says. He has a history of being a bit of a cheater or just on some weird type of energy, moving in ways you shouldn't be when you're exclusive with someone, flirting with girls, whatever. Overall though, I can't stress this enough. There is a serious issue with oversharing and too much being open for public scrutiny and opinion. And if I'm being real, I shouldn't even have an opinion on this, much less a video. But because all of this is being streamed, it's enabling me to share what I think when I really shouldn't even have this opportunity. But you know what? It's them. If they want to have their dirty laundry aired, I'll talk about it. But that's all I had to say. If you mess with my unsolicited opinions, subscribe. Join my membership. Join my Discord. I do want that shit active. I'm out though. Y'all be easy. Bye-bye.
I'm a rockstar on the weekend.
Alright. Well, guys, I done made this shit 20 minutes. This video only 11. Like, share, subscribe. I know y'all heard me just talking about all my shit going on. Just a whole bunch of toxicity and this and that and personal hurt. But a nigga gonna be alright, bro. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.